Hi everybody, it is Catherine here with Continue the Magic, and this is your news update for the week of April 20th. So now we have all of the details for the reopening of the Rockin' Roller Coaster with the Muppets. We have the opening date, we have the track list, so we're going to go through all of the details that we know up to date. And then we also have new ticket prices for 2027. We've got some dining plan packages changing, as well as some ticket price changes, so we're going to get into all of that. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, and that notification button. It really helps support this channel and make sure you never miss a news update. So overall, the changes to the Rockin' Roller Coaster, kind of the storyline, the aesthetic that you're going to see, there's some fundamental things here that are not changing. So again, you are still going to G-Force Records. This has now been purchased by J.P. Gross, who is Scooter's uncle and is also the owner of the Muppets Theater. So he's expanding into the music industry. But the look here, in the kind of what you're walking through as you go through that queue, is going to stay the same. So obviously in the Courtyard, you still have the limo and the track coming off of the giant guitar. The paint is changing here, but this is not physically having any alterations. We're just kind of getting a new aesthetic over top of this. So as you've moved into the building in that queue, there's always been posters on the wall. This would show new albums and new artists, typically through Disney Records themselves. So we're still going to have those posters, but now it's going to be featuring the Muppets along with stars as well. So this is very typical and kind of ties into the roots of the Muppet Show, where they would always have those guest stars on the show with them. So you're going to see those different artists around the studios and those posters. So again, not a huge change here, just a little bit more Muppet forward, but this is going to have a similar aesthetic as to what you're used to. And then we continue on into the pre-show and same thing, right? We're looking at the same basic story. So instead of Aerosmith, you're going to have the Electric Mayhem. They are currently in there jamming, working their way through a song, and Scooter is desperately trying to get them across town for their show. Biggest event of the year, so the Muppets really need to be there. So the changes here is that Scooter, rather than being on the screen with them, is going to be an audio animatronic in the room, and you're also going to have audio animatronic penguins who are your sound engineers. And the other thing that they're adding, yes, you're going to have the Electric Mayhem on the main screen like you did with Aerosmith, but they are adding in 2 additional screens so that we're also going to get Kermit and Miss Piggy. So you get the full star cast there. So another difference to the story here is, yes, we are still taking a limo to get us there in time, but we're not talking a standard limo, we're not even talking a super stretch limo, but we are talking about something innovative from Muppet Labs. So the limo here stands for Lengthy Immediate Motion Object. This is a custom-built item from Muppet Labs. So Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker are going to power this thing up. So this is going to be using a new experimental propulsion technology from Muppet Labs, and that's going to kind of be the explanation for that 0 to 60 miles per hour takeoff, that launch that you're experiencing. That's how they're going to tie that into the story. So again here, the track isn't changing at all, but they have changed the kind of neon signs that you will see as you're going through the roller coaster itself. So these will be more Muppet-themed landmark signs. And then again, you're going to end the coaster at that backstage entrance where you're crashing the concert to go see Electric Mayhem perform. And again, when you're off the ride, you're still going to have that large screen that shows the live performance, and Electric Mayhem is going to be doing Can You Picture That? So that's the track that you're going to see as you're getting off the vehicle. The other thing, as you're going through the space, it sounds like they're going to be bringing in props from the Muppets 3D that recently closed. So it'll be good to see that probably in both the queue area and the retail space at the end, that we're going to see some of those props. So there'll be a lot of kind of hidden nods in there that I'm excited to look for. So all of the tracks are going to be covers done by the Electric Mayhem of real songs that you will know. So we have the full track list now. We're going to get Song 2 by Blur. We're going to get Born to Be Wild, and this is also going to feature Camilla the Chicken. We're going to get Love Roller Coaster, and this is going to have Jennifer Hudson and Questlove. We're going to have Rock Rock Till You Drop, and this is going to feature Def Leppard. And Walking on Sunshine, which is going to feature Kelly Clarkson. So some really good tracks here. It does sound like there might be more bonus tracks in the works, so we might still get some in addition to this, but this is this initial list that they've given us. And we do now have the official opening date, which is going to be May 26th. So we were hoping we would get this in early summer, and they managed to pull it off. This was a really quick turnaround, but they were very smart about how they were working on this while the attraction was still open. They also announced that there will be annual pass holder and DVC previews, so probably 1 to 2 weeks before that opening date you can expect to see those. We don't have the full details on that yet, but if you have an annual pass holder or you are a DVC member, you're going to want to keep an eye out for that. They will likely do that with a virtual queue like they have been. Next, let's talk about the 2027 ticket prices. So they have announced the new pricing, and it has gone up, no surprise here. So for our peak days for the Magic Kingdom, we're up to $219 for a single day, single park ticket. So this is a heavy one. This is going to be specifically if you're looking, for the spring break time period. If you want the lower end of the spectrum, then you're going to want to look at that late August, September kind of range. And we think that this may even go up again when they start announcing the November, December dates for 2027. These haven't come out yet. So this could increase even further at the end of the year for those holiday dates. So Magic Kingdom is going to be between $164 to $219 for one day. Epcot goes from $149 to $214. Hollywood Studios is $154 to $209. And Animal Kingdom is $119 to $189. So Animal Kingdom is the only one that hasn't broken that $200 mark yet. We might end up seeing that next year or even late 2027. Now they have announced that they are going to keep the water park perk. So this is where on your day of arrival, if you are staying at a Disney hotel, that you will get free entry to the water parks. So do keep that in mind. That's a nice perk. It must be doing well. They've extended this now. This is the second full year that they're doing this. So really nice to see that that one's coming back. And now we also have a deluxe table service plan for the dining packages. So we've had the quick service dining plan as well as the table service dining plan. Now we've got a deluxe dining plan where you get 2 sit-down meals per day as well as a quick service meal. So the nice thing about this is if you like some of those signature level restaurants, so Le Cellier or California Grill, that require 2 meal credits, you actually already have 2 meal credits per day. So you can go to one of those premium ones. So this gives you a little bit more flexibility. You can either do 2 sit-down meals in the day, or you can save them up and do 1 really nice sit-down meal. Keep in mind that these are all preloaded, so when you arrive on day 1, you do have all of the credits, the snack credits, dining credits are already on your pass. So if you want to use all your snack credits on your first day, that's an option to you. You can sometimes use these as you're doing a food festival around the park, so maybe you want to use that on your first day to use that as your meals and then save some of your table service for later in your trip. So a lot of flexibility on what you can do with the dining packages here. The other thing to note that's a big change from 2026 is in 2026 they were doing Kids Eat Free. This is going away. They are doing 20% off of kids dining packages, but that is a dramatic change from a free dining package. So if you're going with your family and you have young ones in your party, do keep that in mind that that perk will be gone in 2027. So the pricing for those, so the quick service meal is $62.78 for adult, $25.82 for kids. The table service plan is $99.87 for adult and $31.94 for kids. And the returning deluxe table service is $163.01 per adult and $46.85 per kid. So there is quite a lot of options if you want to have the Disney dining package. They've already announced for our UK friends that there is a package that will include the free dining package. So we are expecting that for Disney Plus or Disney Visa card holders that we will likely see a free dining option later in the year. So hopefully that gets announced in the not too distant future. So those are the big news updates for this week. Thank you so much for joining. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button, and we will see you next time.